Hail and well met. Welcome to the Westgate Irregulars, not the regular Irregulars pregame show. Hey, I'm Eric Stead B, and all of these strangers are not strangers at all because they are mods that you've seen in the show and in the chat and all over the place. So we're just hanging out before the show. This is to work out the jitters and stuff and make sure we all know how Roll20 works. Welcome, everybody. So good to have you.
Hi.
Good to be here.
Excellent. Well, good hangout, everybody. Hey. So, how does it feel? How does it feel to be on the stream and not in the chat?
It's a little weird to be on this side of the camera.
A little bit, yeah. I'm nerve-sighted. I'm excited.
Nice.
Angston says that Shay
It would
is
help
muted.
if I had my mic on. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, probably.
We could do a mic count, see how many times it happens to everybody throughout the night. So that was our first, and maybe the last.
Anybody playing
Hopefully.
bingo, make note.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, who wins the Stephen Award for the night?
I was going to say, Sturge isn't here, so someone has to take his place.
I think
This is true.
I think at this particular game, anytime any of you does anything that's on the bingo card, it counts as though you were that player.
I like that. That's great.
I like that.
Okay.
So do all of you want to sort of just give a quick intro? Who are you, and maybe like how you first stumbled upon Dungeon Scrawlers, and talk a little bit about your relationship to TTRPGs or D&D maybe. Maybe Doug goes first. Let's go top to bottom.
Fine. Doug Meyer. I run Meyer's Magical Market at several small Midwest Ren fairs. This is the first year of that, and it's been going very well, so it's not going to be the last year. I've been playing D&D since September of 1977.
Woo.
If you check, that's before the first Player's Handbook came out. So it's been on and off since then. Played every version. 4E, I only actually play on D&D online and one single game. But other than that, my favorite version by far is whatever game someone is running. So that's how that goes. That's I've enjoyed when I was in the Marine Corps. I taught a lot of people how to play it, so they keep time busy when you're sitting in the barracks with nothing to do. When my son turned 10, I introduced him and all of his friends to it. Also, been playing with that group, give or take a few people ever since. So it's been a fun time. And I came to Dungeon Scrawlers because I was a huge fan of Eric and Aaron, and got to be Facebook friends with them. So when I found out they were doing this, I thought, yep, got to try it.
Awesome.
Yep.
We're glad to have you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I'm representing my Dungeon Scrawler shirt.
Oh, very nice.
Very cool.
From that time, once upon a time, when we had a merch shop. Now it is secret.
I found it again the other day to get a new one.
Ooh, secrets.
Ooh.
Yeah, we gotta revisit that merch shop at some point in the future. So Joel, what you got? Who you be?
Hello, everybody. I'm Joel Everett. I was first introduced to Dungeons and Dragons by my babysitter when I was in the 4th grade over in Germany. Who was a
Corrupting
military
the
brat at
youth.
the time.
Excellent.
Yep, it was awesome. I was actually away from Dungeons and Dragons for quite a while. And I came back to it via Idle Champions. Actually, I saw a big picture of Minsk, and I was like, "Oh, I remember that guy. Let's check this out." And then I played, and then one of the things that popped was like, "Oh, come check out this stream." So I did, and here I am. I'm back now, and I'm excited to get back into it.
Okay, what was the first episode that you watched? And at what moment were you like, "Oh, I will, continue"?
Okay, so one of the things that I really love about this stream, because I bounced into a couple of streams while people were, that popped up in Idle Champions. But the first episode I actually watched all the way through was the one, it was, I think, season 2, episode 3, where they're going into the Night Masks hideout. And I was playing the bingo game, and Aaron It was the Fireballs Around Corners episode.
Okay.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
it that
And,
rant?
and I put in the chat, do it. I've got Aaron Screams on my bingo card. and she saw it and she yelled at me by name. I was like, okay, this is it. I'm hooked. These people actually interact with the chat. It's awesome. So that's
Wow, we need to get
I
Aaron to
haven't
yell
missed
at
an
people
episode
more.
since.
Okay.
Oh
Aaron
man, the
yelling.
fireballs rant, good times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think Erin would love to know that data point. Love to tell her that at some point, unless she's in the chat
Yeah.
right now.
Almost as
It might
iconic.
be. I don't know.
I think we talked
Almost
about
as
it during,
iconic as
Extra
the
Life.
ranged attack while adjacent to somebody.
Oh my god.
If you ever want to make Aaron scream at you, you say, okay, you have disadvantage on your ranged attack to hit somebody next to you. And she's like, "Arr!" It's
Right in front of you.
Kinda makes
It's
sense.
intimidating.
The way she writes Farida's magic, it's kind of like finger guns in a word. In
Yeah,
that case,
absolutely.
it makes sense that there's no disadvantage. But if you're doing like,
Yeah.
then
Mhm.
I guess it kind of depends on your concept of what spellcasting looks like.
right. For Aaron, it's like I take my hand and I put it on someone's face and then I blast them. Like,
As you do.
which I mean, I feel like that makes sense. Anyway,
All right, Allie, what you got? Who you be?
Well, I'm Alexander Pitchford. I would hope people recognize my face since I do the weekly recaps. So that would be probably where most people are most familiar with me. But I got into D&D probably from my dad as a kid. He had the old little like original D&D box with the little gray pamphlets. And I kind of grew up around all this stuff. So I picked it up myself about middle school and kind of never looked back. I bounced around a bit. I've done a lot of D&D stuff, a lot of Pathfinder. As far as the stream goes, I have kind of been in the mix since at least the start of the actual stream. Moderating. I've known Eric for a bit now, out of game, out of all this, and he asked me if I wanted to be a moderator. And my connection to the game's a little odd too, just because I participated in a play-by-post game that he ran for myself and a few friends, and that's where Shay comes from.
Mhm.
And he had started using Shay as an NPC, so it's kind of
yeah, it just made
Kinda
sense
fun.
to bring Allie along.
So did you know he was going to use Shay as an NPC, or did you just started watching and it's like, oh my god, it's my character?
So he actually told me back when you guys were first kind of doing your test games, like that your season 0. He mentioned that he'd been using Shay as an NPC a few times, and that people seemed to really dig her. So I thought I was really excited about that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. Several of the NPCs from the campaign are player characters from the previous version of the Irregulars campaign. So
Yeah. I
you
think
might
only
meet
2
another one
characters.
soon. Who knows?
Oh.
Oh.
Mm.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
No, it's
Hey,
good.
I
It's
said
good.
might. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
That
true.
means they will. You can't say might and then not have it happen.
Yeah, it's Chekhov's NPC.
Yeah.
So,
Is that how that works?
Sooner or later.
Kendra,
Yes. Who I be?
who you be?
I'm Kendra Lawrence. I was introduced to Dungeons and Dragons, specifically Forgotten Realms, via the novels, RIP the novel line. In high school, my best friend introduced me to some of them. And so that was, and then I started out as a pretty casual fan, just reading some of the novels. And then I got more invested in the world. And I started buying source books because I wanted to know more things. And I just kind of gradually came into the community. I've only actually played the game a few times, so this is going to be a new experience, and I will doubtless have questions. So bear with me. But yeah, here I am. I was an admin for Forgotten Realms Facebook group for a while, and I met Eric and Aaron on there, and we interacted a few times. And then when this game started up, Aaron reached out to me asking if I wanted to mod, and I was very flattered and said yes.
Awesome.
Mhm.
So we're glad to have you. Yeah, once again.
Thank
so
you.
did you and Doug happen to know each other like before this through other
No,
D&D channels?
we just met on the Forgotten Realms Archives Facebook group.
Yeah. I was about to say within the Facebook group we did, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the only one I've actually met from the group is Kelly. So she's the one I've actually met in person. But other than that, yeah, everybody knows Kelly.
I haven't met anyone in person.
That's
Ooh.
true. Everyone does know Kelly.
And I'm not on Facebook much anymore, so.
Yeah, I can understand.
And I
why.
haven't seen. Yeah, Kelly shows up in the chat once in a while as Zaknafian. So
Yeah. Okay.
See?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh,
Doug
Eric.
knows a lot of things, a lot of mysteries.
hey, when it comes to information, I'm full of it.
Yes, Yang Yang.
So you realize what Kendra has said. This means tonight you have yourself a fresh, impressionable baby D&D player. So
And
I'm
you always
really
take it easier on them.
right.
Yeah,
So you're saying
No pressure.
easy mode. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe not easy. Maybe just training wheels.
Not nightmare mode, though.
Not nightmare mode. Yeah, not hard mode. No Dark Souls mode.
No,
Unless
no,
you
no.
want me
Nightmare
to
is
cry
obviously
and
nightmare is
run
obviously
away.
harder than hard mode.
Right, yeah.
No, it goes easy, normal, hard, nightmare, merciless.
Ooh.
Mostly irregulars are on normal, I think. Occasionally I'll put you into a hard mode situation. But mostly it's on normal.
Mostly.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Okay. And then one day, we might all see Merciless. And then we'll see if we recognize Merciless when we see it.
Mm-hmm. After the third
Merciless.
one dies, you'll see it.
Yeah,
Merciless.
you'll know when the
When you
campaign
get-
ends.
Shocking
Yeah.
grasped by a pixie and perish in one hit.
Oh my
Exactly.
God. Yeah.
Sounds like Diablo on Player 8.
Yes.
Or True Story Persona 5 Strikers Merciless. Don't do it. Just don't do it to yourself.
I do
Kitty!
tell people
Oh,
that
Cap-
my very first D&D character, Human Cleric, spent me over an hour rolling this thing up. I got turned into a red goo by a wandering bugbear before I even got to the entrance to the dungeon. My quote-unquote friend ripped up the sheet, go start over again.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, jeez.
I don't know why I've been playing for 40 years. I don't know why I played that afternoon anymore.
Yeah.
So Charles, if you're listening,
Hey, buddy.
no.
Something about that scenario just stuck with you.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you're trying to beat the game.
One of us was definitely trying to beat the other one in that part of it. So, for me, it's,
Randy in the chat said, easy, hard, nightmare, merciless, Twilight Night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking of Shay's Reflection, the whatever
Yeah?
that thing
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Oh god, yeah, that thing was nasty.
That was one of the hard mode situations.
I'd wondered actually
What?
when you mentioned that they're normally on normal mode. I'm like, oh, I wonder if that was.
Well, that
That was
hard.
a
Definitely an exception.
that was a reskinned demon lord that you were all fighting. So, like,
felt about right.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Randy
Oh.
fixed it. Easy, hard, nightmare, merciless, ladder.
That is
Ah, yeah.
accurate.
Ladder, yeah.
Freaking ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, ladders and doorways. Is that going to be just like you'll go to a hallway and you'll see like ladders and doors and you will just know that is the death trap laid out for
Right.
you.
Right. You all took training in athletics, right? Right?
No.
Right?
Uh,
No, we're
Oh,
going to
no.
if we
Okay,
don't do a
it's
ladder,
fine.
we'll
It's
have that
fine.
problem.
I'm sure,
We're
I'm
just
sure
going
it's
to come to
fine.
that hallway you described and be like, Nope.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
No, we're gonna go down the spiderweb hole. Actually,
Yeah. Monsters, ladders, monsters, monsters. Let's
I
go.
was like,
Name for
surely,
ladders.
surely Shay has training in athletics. And then I just looked at my sheet and I'm like, no,
Just
no,
acrobatics. right?
acrobatics.
That's your thing.
Acrobatics.
so outside the game, I'm playing in this Pathfinder game that I refer to as the cursed Pathfinder game, because it always goes so poorly for me every time I play it. And I'm currently on my second character, okay? And we're like level 3. But I think that one is on nightmare mode, because in the last session I managed to run up to the enemies, do a like channel negative energy burst for like 2 points of damage, and then they grabbed me, put me in a catapult, and fired me across the battlefield.
Oh my god.
My character did survive with 1 hit point left,
Oh.
and I'm the cleric.
Nice.
You shouldn't fire the cleric.
Are you telling
if-
us this story because it inspired something that you might have created later tonight? Because you've got 3 clerics in this party.
Go team cleric.
I'm
To
not.
prote-
I'm not
to
shooting
protect-
from anything. It would ruin my clothes.
To protect the rating, I won't quote all of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, but yeah, they cleared it.
Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, the team cleric thing. Every time people talk about multiple clerics in a party, I think back to that Order of the Stick comic from like 10 years ago, which was these 2 clerics wandering through a dungeon together, and they come across a monster, and the monster's like, ha, poof, hits one of them, and then the other one's like, okay, cure wounds. And then the monster's like, ha, poof, hits the other one, the cleric, cure wounds. And they just keep doing that until the monster gets bored and walks away. And they're like, go team cleric.
I've always said, if you're going to have an entire party made of just one class, clerics is the best, followed by bards or paladins. I don't know, that goes back and forth, but
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. I think, yes, clerics, there's so much variety in what domain you could pick, and you know how you flavor your cleric. I think, and the interplayer conversations would be fascinating.
Add
Yeah.
a little
I mean-
spice to my sweetness. Flavor your cleric.
I think
Nice.
I think all 3 of our of the present clerics are different domains, so that should be fascinating.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing like a future one shot for charity that could be fun. That's like D&D Olympics, where sort of I just like tell you what the event is and tell you the rules, and then you get like a level or something, and then people are sort of allowed to invent whatever character combo they want to try to like get the highest athletic roll or navigate this hallway in the least number of turns, etc., etc.
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be
That'd be
different.
interesting.
That could be cool.
Yeah, all barbarian challenge. See how far you can like jump this sand pit. Who could get the most? Who could take the most damage in one hit and still live?
Dwarf
Man.
tossing.
It
You
kind
can do it
of
from the side of the dwarf and the tosser.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Nobody talks.
to some degree it kind of reminds me of like having all the same class in a party. Kind of reminds me of those people that do like the Final Fantasy runs of the early games with like all the same class, all the same
Yeah.
job. That's- I'm doing this with all white mages.
I was just thinking of the all white
yeah,
mage.
the first time I saw someone doing that, it was all fighters. And I'm like, why would you do that? He's like, watch. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Why are all your fighters taking 1 point of damage from? Oh, I see.
I do have very good fond memories of that game.
We all feeling good?
I'm nervous,
I'm
but
feeling good.
excited.
Let's stop being nervous. It's totally fine.
I'm always excited.
I'm nerve-sighted.
Excellent.
It's a one shot. What's the worst that can happen? A TPK?
Am I correct? Yeah, exactly. Am I correct in understanding that the characters you're playing are the same characters that you did on that thing where we had the interviews, or are they
Mine's
not?
not.
Mine
Okay.
is.
Okay. One of you is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I got hired, so obviously it was good.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you will be playing with our official accountant, like in-game, in lore. So, like, if anybody needs to survive, it's Simeon. Thank you.
What
oh,
could
and
go
Shay.
wrong?
Yeah, come on.
Yes.
Well, Shay's
Shay,
gonna survive no matter what. That
sacrifice
wasn't the
yourself
question.
to protect
Or if he
Simeon.
dies, you guys suddenly have no idea where all your money is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't want that. We're
Yeah.
already in dire straits.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I was just saying, I did point out that anything that's sufficient to wipe Shay off the map on this is probably going to completely slaughter everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you,
For
if you
sure.
see Shay go down, you might want to run.
Yeah.
A ladder fell on her.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
Well, if that happens, maybe you should run.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
like,
depending on not which side of the ladder we got to be on.
somebody in
Ladder's a
chat.
great equalizer.
So,
Yeah.
Phantasmic Ghost 2 has already purchased Bling Bling for this group of clerics.
Oh,
Oh, I
Nice.
see.
aw.
They
So how
want
do
Those are
you
very
get the
nice
bling
items.
bling, by the way?
I tell you that you have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And I'm
ideally.
usually
usually
so bad
something
about it.
shows up.
Thank you so much, everyone in the chat, for doing these. And I keep messing up and not actually inserting them into the game, but like I will
It's
in
gotta
this
fit.
case.
Yeah, it's got to fit. So
hmm But otherwise, I just keep a counting of how many unpaid Bling Blings we have, so that in the future, when you finally do pay them off, it'll be like, remember, there's 6 of them to redeem, Eric.
I
How much
know.
gold do we get?
I know. All right. I will.
Eric
I
will never be accused of being a Monte Hall.
I
Yeah.
will roll a die to determine which of you this bling bling comes to. Ready?
Bling-a-ling-a-ling.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that was a mysterious. Okay.
Okay.
He knows. That's all
Okay.
that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting reaction. Okay.
All proceeds go to improving ladders.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
right. We
Westgate
made-
Ladder Restoration Project.
We made this ladder with extra slippery material. I said non-stick. Oh.
Oh,
Wait, no. Wait, non-stick would be slippery.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
we don't want the
That's
ladder to
just
get
like-
old and rusty, so we grease it regularly.
Yes.
Well, we don't want them to go the opposite direction either and have an adhesive on it, because that would.
Yeah.
Yeah. No mimic glue.
The blacksmith misunderstood. You're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'll repair this for you. It would be kind of funny to get an immovable rod that's just too slippery to hold on to.
Yeah.
That would be mean.
Mhm.
I love it, but it would be mean.
Mildly cursed items.
Oh, I love those. I love those though. Like
I
they're,
do
they're
too.
like inconvenient.
An
You-
immovable
like
rod that it can only be
impractical.
activated, not deactivated.
Oh my goodness.
My group.
I'm going to keep this PG-13 and not say anything.
See, I feel like that's going to be one of the Olympics events. Is like move an immovable rod, and then who could move it the furthest or the best.
And then there should be a control this sphere of annihilation tug of war.
Whoa. I love that.
Oh no.
I did actually in my shop. I found a gentleman over in Russia that makes a lot of D&D based items, and I had a talisman of the spear for sale in my shop for a while. Sold it finally.
Amazing.
Yep, that talisman of ultimate evil and a couple other ones that are iconic.
Yeah, if you ever find a talisman of the sphere, you should keep it. It might come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Was that foreshadowing for tonight?
Yeah.
Just saying.
You are not going into the Tomb of Horrors. Don't worry.
The thing
Or
about
are
playing,
we?
Because I do not have puzzle
Yeah.
solving brain.
No,
Yeah.
we have to escape from the Tomb of Horrors.
Yeah.
you guys are gonna do the half
Right.
of the Tomb of Horrors that we did not do. So enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh, I do not
take
have
a gold
puzzle
couch.
solving brain.
Yeah, with 3 level 3 characters and a level 12.
She's like,
Yeah, you got this, you
well,
got this.
Ilra sent me to find the other irregulars, and here's this chapel full of flump corpses. I'm sure they're around here somewhere. Let's look around, guys.
Maybe they're under the corpses.
There's an idea for a one-shot, Flump CSI, where
Yeah,
Flump investigators have to determine what happened.
I love it. I love it. Oh my god. What if it was like you saw like a murder scene and then you had a lineup of different parties and like you could sort of pick out like, oh, these guys died through like a fireball, and then you have to figure out like which parties actually have a wizard or a sorcerer that could actually cast it, and then you could finger like which party it was that was guilty for this crime at the end of the whole thing.
Oh, like Clue,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
Yeah, I've thought about that. Excuse me, the irregulars actually have a pretty distinct, especially with Sickening Radiance in particular. Sickening Radiance,
Oh.
lightning, piercing
Oh.
weapons.
They're all melted.
Yeah, you can just
Yeah.
walk into a lot of their fight scenes afterwards and be like, yep, the irregulars were here.
It actually happened in a very early episode. I don't remember if it was on stream or not, where people tracked them because they would leave these very distinctive patterns of slime on the wall where they had prestidigitated the slime off of their hair, right?
hmm Yep.
And they're like, oh, the irregulars were here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
that's
this one's
not
shaped like
stream.
Artemisia.
Yeah. That's actually exactly what happened. It was like
Yep.
an Artemisia dress shape, like against the wall.
Totally fair.
So it's their calling
Amazing.
card. Just do that after every fight.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. Like one of the first things I did with her character in the season 0 stuff was I said, "Oh, you really like to be clean and tidy. Well, you got to go in the sewer now." And she's all, "What?"
Yeah.
Can't I hire somebody for that?
Por qué?
Yeah, so you guys should all tell
dear.
Eric what you really
next
what your characters don't want.
the next interview will be for sewer crawler.
Oh, Eric knows all of my weaknesses at this point. I don't need to tell him anything.
I still wonder what happened, where the door to the sewers in the Briar House, where it goes to now. Now that you move the house, does it just dead
yeah.
end, or is it open to something? Haven't gotten down there to look.
Question.
Yeah, we haven't looked yet. Maybe it's
Randy
just a
should
patch
know.
of
He's
dirt.
been down there.
I will.
Sometimes
I
it's just-
will.
Yeah.
I will say that you did relocate the house onto the former Vamos estate,
Mm-hmm.
so that might give you a clue about what those connect to now.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So
I've
now
been
it's
waiting.
Kayla's storeroom.
Hmm.
Mhm.
It's actually one of the things I
Basement
was
haunted.
telling, that Simeon was telling Artemisia that he was looking into, is how to make sure that we actually own both the house and the property it's on now, other than squatters' rights. So Caliph may have to go talk to Aiden. Yeah, I heard she has some kind of connection to him.
Right.
Right.
If there's an actual living heir of
Sometime.
House Vamos wandering around somewhere.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry to do this, but it is 6:29. I was not looking at the time because we were
Oops.
just chatting, and I
Because
was
they're
like,
so
"Setting the
distracting.
time."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mods, you're supposed to be bringing like order to the stream.
All bets are off tonight.
Oh,
Everybody's modding now.
You hear that? You hear that? So, yeah, let's take a quick minute break, and then we'll be back, and we'll run the intro, and you'll get to see them play their game.
Okay, I will
Sounds
be
good.
right
See you in a
back.
minute.
Awesome.
See you in a bit.